Hi everyone, welcome to the Whiteleyverse with me, Connor Whiteley, for another daily story with a chapter from one of my novellas. Before I start today's chapter, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to buy this book and any of my other fiction, then they're all available from all major ebook retailers. You can order the paperback and hardback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore and local library if you requested. Also, if you want the AI generated audiobook, then you can get it from selected audiobook platforms and library systems like Kobo, Spotify, Barnes & Noble, Google Play, Baker & Taylor, Biblioteca and Overdrive. Now, here's today's chapter. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did writing it.
Chapter 1. Considering how many years upon years I've lived in Canterbury, England, and been visiting the annual Christmas markets like clockwise, I am honestly surprised I have never gotten tired of them. But I seriously couldn't. I love the Christmas markets, and the ones in Canterbury are almost magical, mystical, and always filled with delights. I slowly made my way through the immense crowds of locals and tourists and university students packed tight like sardines around little brown wooden market stalls selling their delights. Everyone was dressed up in their tight black, blue and white coats as the bitter, icy wind blew down the high street. There was a small, cute family that caught my eye as I tried to glide through the wonderful crowd. The family was made up of two small toddlers being held up by their mum and dad in matching white faux fur coats, as the toddlers pointed to the chocolate fountain saying that their parents should get some for them. It was so damn cute. I loved Christmas. The Christmas markets were filled with the sweet aromas of cinnamon, mulled wine and rich fruit cake, with enough alcohol inside to knock out even the strongest troll or giant, or maybe even my boss Natalia. You see, my name is Matilda Plum, a superhero in the psychology, counseling and therapy sector of the world. So I love these Christmas markets because, as great as they are for my own mental health, they are the perfect opportunity to see who needs help. The entire long cobblestone high street was lined with small wooden stalls selling everything from weird Christmas decorations, to mulled wine, to sweet delightful pastries that I'd already bought 2 bags of for myself. I loved the sheer volume of the Christmas markets too. There was always such brilliant Christmas carols being sung by people who could actually sing. People were laughing and chatting, and I just loved the energy that came from all of this fun. The Christmas season was amazing to me. I stopped for a moment and watched a smiling young woman who probably worked at the university get customers to try and guess the weight of a small teddy bear that she had. If they guessed the weight or came within 100 grams, they won it, but I knew something was off. As much as I wanted to continue walking about the Christmas market trying to find a Christmas present for my 2 best friends Jack and Aidan, I knew I had to stop here and help out. Because something evil was going on and I had to stop it. Thankfully, my superpowers came from the myths and misconceptions that people have about psychologists, so this was just one of those powers telling me something was wrong. There was a young boy, maybe 10, in his little black puffer jacket with his mum and dad standing behind him as he tried to guess the weight. I could sense that the boy wanted the teddy bear so badly, and it would fill him with such delight. The teddy bear wasn't anything special to me, but when I grew up in the early 1900s, I never had bears or anything fun to play with, so this modern world was still finding ways to thankfully surprise me. The young woman smiled at the boy. "What do you think the weight is?" 500 grams, the boy said, so sure of himself that even I believed him. "I'm sorry, that isn't the right answer, but have a sweet for trying," the young woman said. Then I realized that the woman hadn't mentioned what the real weight was, and that was what was wrong. I went over to the young woman. "I'm sorry, but what is the real weight?" The young woman frowned. "That isn't any of your business. You might go round telling people." I smiled as my superpowers kicked in because she had spoken to me so I could read her mind, and just as I suspected, she was cheating. There was a solid metal ball like a small marble in the teddy, that made it a lot heavier than it was meant to be. I grabbed the teddy and gently popped open the back to reveal the metal ball, as it fell out and slammed onto the table. I gave the little teddy to the boy that was beaming, and as his mum and dad frowned and walked away, the little boy kept telling them how cool it was. At least I had made his day. "I'm sorry," the young woman said. As I was still connected to her mind, I knew she was telling the truth, but I didn't care anymore. She had committed a horrible crime at Christmas, and she had almost ruined that little boy's day. So I subtly implanted a little suggestion into her mind saying that whenever she wanted to cheat, she would pour water all over herself. It wasn't much of a punishment, and I wanted to make her pour mulled wine over herself, but that would just be a waste of good wine, wouldn't it? I went away, but I turned around just in time to see the woman pouring bottles of water all over herself, and I just laughed. She clearly didn't know what the holiday spirit was all about, and at least I managed to help someone today. I was just about to continue my hunt for people to help, and the perfect Christmas present for my best friends, when a single phrase sliced through the air. "Let's kill Santa." My superpowers cut out all other noise in the Christmas market as those words were spoken, and I knew that something bad was happening. I didn't know what was happening, but I had to go and find out. Someone was in danger, and I had to save them. But if someone was willing to kill at a Christmas market, then they had to be dangerous monsters. And that scared me a lot more than I ever wanted to admit.
Welcome back everyone, it's me again, Connor Whiteley. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's story, because I flat out love writing, creating stories and sharing them with you. If you really enjoyed today's story, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithms. And if you want to buy this short story or any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers, and you can get them from your local library if you requested, and you can order the paperback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore or local library if you request it. Lastly, if you want to support the channel on a one-off basis, then you can now buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Connor Whiteley. Also, if you know anyone who would enjoy today's story, then please share it with them. I'm always really grateful when you wonderful people help us spread the word about the channel. So, thanks for watching the Whiteleyverse, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everyone.